Just like the Great Salt Lake, I'm salty AF, baby.
If life is a circus, then this dancing bear is in the center ring. Hello!
I am Hunter Harden.
And I'm Papa the Bear. And welcome to the Real House Bears.
It's a new year. These bears are hungrier, funnier, shadier, hotter, and hairier. Welcome to 2022 Real House Bears podcast.
I think we just found our trailer.
I love it.
It's like this starting to like an action movie or
That
something.
is so funny. That is. Except for this bear is actually all like laid up and broken down.
Yeah, I wasn't going to add that.
That's not very
These bears
exciting.
are ready. One of them is. The other one's crippled on the couch. But the other one's ready.
to take your city. That is so funny. So happy New Year, everyone.
Yay, Happy New Year. What?
Yes. What a great way to start off the new year by having an episode of Salt Lake City right away.
This is a gift from me to you.
We hope everyone had a really great holiday. We had a really lovely, I think we mentioned before that we like to make memories during the holidays.
Yes.
And so we got to have a nice little getaway up the road at a lovely Airbnb.
It was awesome. It had a big movie theater downstairs.
Oh, that's chic.
So we watched a bunch of movies. We fell asleep watching the new 007 movie twice. Not because it wasn't bad. It was just we were tired.
Right.
Both times we tried to watch it.
Yeah, had a hot tub.
An awesome hot tub out in the snow.
It was lovely. Well, I just got a notification that they left a review, so I might change my mind and say that we hated it after we read it. Who
You
knows?
should have read it
I
before.
should have read it. We spent most of our holiday binging old seasons of Survivor.
Yeah. It's been really
I don't know
fun.
how
I've
that
been enjoying it.
happened.
I don't know. We just put it on one and then
Yeah.
it's just that we started off with like some earlier seasons because we both had seen like 1 through 8 or something. And then we really liked that one season we watched. And then we went on to like season 13. And it was the season where they literally put races against each other.
You know, that's going to cause problems.
When it first started and we saw that it was like based on ethnicity, we were like, we can't watch this. We cannot watch
We
this.
didn't even finish the first episode
No, we
because
turned it.
like
We're like, this is...
we couldn't root for the white team
mean-
because it made us feel horrible.
Could you do that in nowadays?
I don't think you could.
But we were like, we can't watch this. So we went to the next season and watched it.
So now we're like on season like 14 or something now.
Yeah, it's been fun. And especially since I have been laid up with a bad back, it's an easy to watch upside down when I'm laying on the floor with my feet up in the air.
Everyone's running towards a direction, but you don't really have to care which direction.
No.
They're trying to win stuff, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I got it.
I just want to know what the rewards are.
Yeah, I want to know what the rewards are. I want to know what turmoil is going to happen and like
Yes.
what kind of shiesty stuff is going to happen at council.
And then who gets immunity.
Yeah, and who gets immunity.
That's really all that matters.
Yeah.
For 40
And
something
it's so
seasons.
funny how different seasons are from each other. Like, whether it's the location or the prizes
Or how hot the contestants are.
or how hot the contestants are.
I
yeah.
mean, totally, though, that matters.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I need to have some kind of eye candy.
Yeah, the last season or two hasn't. It's been kind of frustrating.
It sucks because whenever it's like I see a guy that I really like, he's always the older guy and he gets voted off first.
I like older men.
True. Well, maybe it's because they were not educated on how to survive in the wilderness.
Ooh, nice little segue.
The miseducation of Mary Cosby, y'all.
Y'all, this episode.
Y'all.
It's that insane to me.
That's crazy.
So, I do want to bring up in one of the past episodes, you did stand up for Mary for what she said.
Oh, I'm going to talk about that for sure. I definitely have
because
to
you got
address it.
proved wrong in this episode.
Well, Yes and no.
No, she did not mean slanted eyes as in the look she was giving.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Because I knew that I had to talk about it since I defended Mary for once. And I'm not saying that Mary's not a racist. She's a total racist. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. She's a horrible racist.
I never once said that she's not a racist.
Well, of course not. But I just want to say
that when she said slanted eyes the first time, she was saying like that sexy,
the sexual look,
seductive
like
look.
squinting up and looking.
And then we'll talk about her defending herself at Whitney's party.
Buckle up, baby. You got a long road. Show your innocence.
I've already been prepared.
Okay.
I've already been prepared. Don't you worry.
I'm gonna grill you hard.
Nothing could have prepared me for Meredith's outfit at that party in this episode.
I do have a nice little nasty thing I wrote about it.
I mean, should we just start with Meredith's purple feather outfit?
No. Let's start from the very beginning. Because we have to talk about Lisa being filmed washing a toilet.
True, but I haven't stopped thinking about that purple feathery outfit.
I have such a clever, stupid, nasty thing I wrote about that dress.
I can't wait to hear it. Me too. I was like, when I wrote this down, I was like, if Hunter doesn't laugh at this, I'm going to be so mad.
But what's funny is I didn't really write about it until like later on to the episode, like mid-episode. Then I started really noticing. I'm like, oh.
Okay, well, I guess you'll make me talk about it. You'll make me wait to talk about it.
It'll be a surprise.
We'll see.
This is high fashion. People in Utah just don't understand.
Well, before Lisa is cleaning the toilet, which I definitely want to talk about, we start off with Whitney at the Ivy, really setting up this episode nicely, meeting with Courtney to plan the Wild Rose Beauty launch party.
Yes, ma'am.
And then flash forward to Lisa Barlow cleaning the toilet.
Gross.
Is that a nasty metaphor? Is Whitney spotting up the toilet of her brand and
oh my
Lisa?
goodness.
I didn't say that. The editors did that.
I never even put that.
Well, the editors are nasty, and I'm going to blame them for that. Was not nice.
What
editors.
surprised me is that they have a house cleaner named Marge.
I
who
love
cleans the toilets, but it's not enough for Barlow.
I want to get another vacuum cleaner, like a robotic vacuum, and name him Marge.
So we can have Chad and Marge.
Chad and Marge.
Okay, I'm into it.
I mean, this is really creepy. This whole thing is creepy.
And then, after Lisa's giving the toilet a good scrub, Heather gives Dre a brand new Audi.
Yeah, that was really... I remember when that happened, too.
Me too. I remember the first time that we found out about it.
Yeah, when we found out.
So you guys, Heather gave me a new car.
Oh, and we checked it out. It's so nice.
Oh, it's a lovely, lovely, lovely car. And what a
what
lovely
a sweet gift. I mean, Dre really does deserve it. She really is, like, especially now that Heather Gay is a housewife, like, her time is taken up a lot from the business.
Yeah, I mean, just tomorrow they're filming the reunion.
Oh, yeah.
Dre does work hard, and Dre has spent a lot of time in particular on this expansion that they're doing. And I do believe, I've heard Heather say a time or two before that, like, when there's a problem, I just want to throw money at it. And I like to just throw money at it. I think that gifts might be her love language as well.
Put the $21,000 purse down.
And what a nice gift.
Yeah, what an awesome gift.
So that was very nice.
Wow. And talking about cars, Jenny shows up in her, green Lamborghini? What is that?
It's a Tesla.
Is it a Tesla?
Yes, but it's weird because I feel certain that she started off the season with the white one, which is the one that I believe she drove to our house.
Yes.
And now she's in a green one, and then I think she goes back to, I don't know.
She's got a fun,
but you know, housewives, I think a lot of, and wealthy people, they just lease different cars at different times and homes as well. But I love that she's rolling up with Cheesecake Factory.
I know. She's visiting her husband at work because it's literally like 10 minutes down the road, which is nice.
I gotta go see if there's any sister wives hanging out at Dewey's office.
I love that they're going to eat lunch on an adjusting table with a towel over it.
That just gave me flashbacks to being at the chiropractor over and over again.
I know.
Maybe I should have contacted Dewey.
You need to contact Dewey.
Maybe I wouldn't still be having so many bad back issues if I'd seen Dr.
Maybe
Dewey.
not.
Dewey, the doctor of love. We'll come back to that.
I know.
Surprise, surprise, Carlin won first place.
In art.
I love that it was an art. I mean, when a child as intelligent as her is also artistic, that just really thrills my soul.
Yeah, because a lot of times it's one way or the other. Like, I'm really good at art, but I'm really bad at learning.
I disagree with that self-assessment.
I don't have the patience for it.
You have not learned the patience for that. I do agree with that.
There we go.
I may be blonde, but I am not stupid.
When I saw that she won the art award, it did make me think of you because you're one of those kids who art got me through school.
Oh yeah, my senior year, because of my art teacher and his mentoring, he taught me to do Prismacolor pencils because he kicked me out of acrylic paints. He's like, "You are terrible at this," and he gave me Prismacolor pencils. And my senior year, I won first place for the male in art in the entire school.
Am I gonna win a trophy?
See, I love that.
And I didn't even show up for my medal.
Well, you would have if you were my kid.
I was out doing drugs and stealing cars. No, I'm just kidding. No, I just totally spaced it.
Take some responsibility.
Well, Jenny starts to tell Dewey about the fall luncheon with the ladies, and she's like, honestly, it was horrible.
That's all she does. And then it cuts to the next scene. I'm like, oh.
And it cuts to Meredith and Mary. Well, because we're leading into another one of those situations where we're flipping back and forth between Jenny telling the story and Meredith
Both
and
sides.
Mary telling the story. Yeah. So Meredith and Mary are meeting for lunch. And you know what? I did not write down the name of the restaurant. You know, I always do that. I
didn't
always
either.
make note of the restaurant. And this time I missed out.
What do we do?
Sorry about that. But they immediately get into, the fall luncheon, and Mary imitates Jenny with an Asian accent.
This Mary is lying. She said a lot of things about you.
Above anything she said. That's I mean,
And the
Brandy
fact that-
Redmond. I mean, Brandy Redmond almost lost her entire career over using an Asian accent.
And she's done this with other accents, I feel.
Well,
with Italians and stuff.
Well,
it's easy for her to mock someone else's.
Well, with the Italians, I think she was trying to build a fun atmosphere since it was her Italian cooking luncheon.
We are cooking bolognese sauce with the pasta.
But this Asian thing, she was making fun of the way that Jenny talks.
Yeah, because she was angry at her telling the story.
Could not. It took my breath away in a bad way.
Meredith just says, let's just not do characters. Grow a pair, Meredith. If Lisa did that in front of you, you would cut her throat out.
If anybody.
It's just this. Meredith is irritating me, and this is more and more.
Meredith feels that Mary needs an ally, and she's kind of being blind about it.
Yeah.
She does address on social media that she and Mary do actually talk more about it later on, I believe, in the season. But in this episode alone, I saw multiple occasions.
Yes.
For Meredith to be like, hello, that's racist.
Yeah, you can stop that now. Mary, that's not okay. No, she will never do it.
I don't understand what's going on.
She's so high and mighty about everybody else, but when it comes to Mary, Mary has done the worst, and Meredith won't even call her out on it.
So Jenny tells Dewey about Mary's slanted eyes comment and how inappropriate it is. And again, I'm not saying that Jenny shouldn't have been offended. I'm not saying that you can't be careless with especially that verbiage when talking to a person who is Asian. Mm-hmm. But again, I still have want to talk about it.
All right. Well, Dewey was definitely instantly pissed because that brings back childhood trauma for him too.
Well, definitely.
Probably still to this day might still happen.
Definitely.
Which is irritating. And
Well,
sad.
I mean, once COVID started and
it became there was a
said
lot
that it
of
came from
Asian-
China.
Yeah,
There's so much Asian
people were
hate.
being attacked.
Yeah,
on the
so
streets.
You really do have to be careful with how you say things and the words that you use. And Jenny wants to talk to Mary and express how it made her feel. Good luck with that.
I'm the wrong one to have a temper with.
But on the other hand, Mary just thinks that Jenny is a Lisa clown.
She thinks that just because she's friends with Lisa, it's Lisa's responsibility, or vice versa.
But what I don't understand is, when did all of a sudden Mary start hating Lisa? What happened? Was it the Google comment on the bus?
No, but I think it was a little bit of a combination of after the Vale cabin, because she was going so hard one way, and then afterwards it's all coming out that wasn't really what she was saying, and Mary's probably copping up to that. But I don't know. Mary really just does not like Lisa, and we find out
Because
why.
I thought that they were friendly earlier in the season.
They were.
So I didn't know where all of a sudden it turned, other than after the Google comment.
I mean, well, Mary turns on a dime. So.
True. Mary will turn on a Google search.
Yeah.
I just like things to be right. Especially if you know better, do better.
And Mary is not happy with like the way that Jenny talks to her about things, and Meredith is like, well, maybe Jenny just has a bit of a temper. And Mary's like, well, Jenny only seems to have a temper with me, nobody else. And I do kind of agree that Jenny has kind of gone at Mary since the beginning.
Yeah,
and vice
I
versa.
agree with that.
And vice versa. I'm not saying that. But she doesn't really have drama with anyone else. And why would she? She's Lisa's friend.
Well, Jenny's definitely irritated about Mary lying at that dinner.
Oh, of course she is.
Like, so she doesn't like Mary as a person, I don't think. So.
Oh, no. So Mary asks Meredith where she stands with Lisa, the question that all the world really wants to know.
Yeah,
you know?
Mary's like, it just seems like you're just fed up with her. And it seems like Mary's really excited about this.
Well, I mean, I think some of these women in this cast in particular, and in other casts, are very territorial over their friendships. And you have to be my friend. If you're my friend, you can't be anyone else's.
And you have to
or
stick up for
especially
me,
not such
only
and
me.
such as.
Yeah.
So yeah, she might have felt some joy, hoping that, all right, she's mine. And Mary wouldn't be the only one who's kind of like that. But Meredith just explains that she's triggered by Lisa's support for Jen Shaw, when Jen Shaw, again,
The age-old story.
the age-old story
Yeah,
of Brooks Marks.
Brooks Marks, yes.
Brooks Marks.
And the harassment.
You really think that's all that it's about?
Meredith, the orange confessional outfit isn't working.
I don't think I really noticed it.
You didn't know it looks like it's just one big piece of fabric that goes around her neck and over her chest. So it's like a scarf, it looks like, and it was orange, like satin, silk, well, probably satin, I don't know. You didn't notice it?
I didn't notice it.
It could work, but it didn't work.
Oh.
I love it when Meredith takes fashion risks, but the risks she's taken this season really aren't flying with me, if you know what I'm saying.
My gosh.
100%. Absolutely.
And then flying over to Lisa Barlow's house,
Yay, Jack is getting ready for his prom. How
Lisa
fun.
is taking over.
Our baby's going to prom.
Oh, Lisa's so jealous.
If I could go to prom as Jack, for Jack, I would.
She wants to be his date.
She's so jealous that he gets to go enjoy a prom.
He looked really handsome. I loved his bow tie with the jeweled things in the middle. I didn't love the Nikes with it, but
It's kids these
it's not
days.
it's not that I didn't mind tennis shoes with it. It was just those particular shoes I didn't care for.
Okay.
But I thought he looked really, really handsome.
I just love it that Henry's just like, your hair's stupid. You look stupid.
He's such a little brother.
He is.
And he's such a camera hog.
Oh, yeah, he loves it.
I bet you he lights up when he finds out that the cameras are going to be there that day.
It's funny to hear about Lisa's prom date and how they're just friends and she didn't dare want to get kissed. So, ruined her whole night trying to avoid getting kissed.
Sabotaged her own
Sabotaged her
prom.
own prom.
But she didn't sabotage that great hair she had in her prom.
No, she did not.
That hair was reaching as close to God.
And
as
I
it
feel
could.
like her prom dress is the same dress that Jen Shaw is wearing. That looks like it has all the jewelry glittery all over it. That looks like a Christmas tree.
Absolutely correct.
It looks just like it.
Anytime I can look better than Lisa Barlow.
That's funny. But Lisa is like really picky about every detail that's happening.
Oh, the photographer shows up and Lisa.
Hey, Lyman.
Oh yeah, he's hot.
Yeah,
He's got a great posture.
We might need a photo shoot. A boudoir photo shoot.
But the whole time, like, Jack is just so even keel and like easygoing and stuff, and he's just like doing whatever his mom says.
Okay, stand up straight. And then a few looking over this way. Angle your heel back, yeah. Like that. Look this way. Turn your whole head, yeah. Look off. Strong jaw. Watch your posture.
But it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
She knows what angles.
Yeah.
And we saw her take pictures. She knows angles.
Oh yeah, she knows what she's doing.
All of those ladies. Heather had to teach me how to take a good picture too.
With her, yes.
So these ladies know, but she gave him some really great looks and some really great angles, and I think they're going to have some really beautiful.
And Lisa's so upset she's not in the pictures right now. She just wants to be in all
She
of them.
wanted to jump in right away.
She wanted to push Jack out of the way and just be her.
She's like, does Sammy have to show up?
I know. Please let me take my son to prom.
I've got a whole closet full of dresses.
Oh my
I can
gosh,
wear.
could you imagine Lisa getting to go to prom, like just being a chauffeur?
Oh my gosh.
She would have so much fun at that prom.
But how much fun is poor old Jack going to have?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And then when poor Sammy, the day it arrives, Jack like throws the corsage on the ground practically.
I know. And then he's trying to put it on while his family's watching. His little brother's like, you suck. You suck.
But she's a lovely little girl. And I didn't think that it was weird that Lisa got emotional and wanted to cry.
No, of course not. It's another milestone in her child's.
And she loves those kids.
And it's her first kid's like prom.
Yeah. I thought it was
Oh my
sweet.
gosh, when Jack moves out and then Henry has to move out. Oh, poor Henry's never going to leave the home.
No,
he's never going to be able to.
I'm just saying, poor John.
Oh yeah, well,
poor John. Maybe Henry will stay home and work from home. He'll take over the family business.
Hopefully.
Over at Whitney's house, she and Heather are putting together gift bags.
Heather shows up.
I loved her I'm a luxury shirt. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah, I like that.
That was cute. That's cute.
But that was very nice of Heather to come and like kind of help her out and
course,
get some merch bags.
yeah.
I mean, Whitney, you could have hollered at us. We would have come over and helped you with merch bags.
Yes, but Heather to the rescue. I like those custom pillowcases she had made.
I like those too.
I thought that was a nice little touch. Whitney, kind of fills Heather in on the strain that this $300,000 investment has had on her marriage.
$300,000 on a rebrand. That's rough.
You know, you were saying an episode or two ago that you really don't understand the necessity of it and the investment. And I've seen a few other people on social media say the same thing. They're like, why did you even do this?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah, there was no need for her to do it. Everyone, right away, for the last couple episodes, it's been Iris and Beau. She's even been wearing it up until this episode.
I bet you won't see no more Iris and Beau from here on out.
I hope not.
So Whitney catches Heather up on her meeting with Lisa in the cavern or whatever that was.
Yeah.
And Lisa, and about Lisa's talk with Mary in Vale. So, my name is Whitney. I met with Lisa. She told me about Mary.
This whole scene is just got a lot of paranoid theories blurted out. And something so fast.
Mary know something or do something?
Yeah.
About the whole Jen Shaw arrest.
Or maybe it's because Meredith found out because of her private investigator and then told something to Mary, and that's why Mary didn't show up either to the thing, because she called
together.
Don't act like you don't know.
Oh my gosh, I'm like that, y'all. You guys are making great TV. This is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But what if it is true? That would blow me out of the water.
I mean, that really is, in particular Whitney's MO. She really likes to break a situation apart and find the path from A to Z, you know?
I think Whitney thinks she's on CSI, like Salt Lake City.
So that's CSI.
Yeah, she must love watching true crime.
Yeah, she has to.
I mean, I watch as much CSI as everybody.
But apparently, you know, Mary gave herself away by saying, when you mess with me, you end up in jail.
Did she give herself away, or was she just talking like Mary does?
I say that she gave herself away when she made her tagline for this season.
If you come for me, I will send Jesus after you.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, I 100% believe that.
One final scene before we get to the Wild Rose party is Jen hanging out with her mom at Shaw Chalet 2.0.
I love how long they hug.
Yes.
They hug forever.
Yes.
Lots of love.
And now we went from putting together these gift bags of these lovely beauty products to hygiene bags for the National American Tongan Society.
Yeah, like toothpaste, shampoo, stuff that you would need in a toiletry bag.
Well, you know, they should just ask Fresh Wolf.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Fresh Wolf.
That's what they do. They give away.
They give it away to the homeless.
To the homeless, yeah.
Let's give it to the American Tongan Society, people.
You know, anyone who has been close with their mother knows that there's just like nothing when you are feeling low and you're not feeling like you need to be by yourself. Nothing can be better than having your mom there.
Yeah, there's something healing about it.
Yeah, and you can just see how happy Jen is to have someone who's supporting her, and
in her corner.
Yeah, and somehow a woman who has been an educator has liquidated up to $1 million.
I know, that blows your mind, but it sounded like they also had properties.
But still, I was a public school educator. I know how long public school I know how much they make. And that's just unbelievable to me that a week or two ago, Jen didn't even want to downsize from the chalet.
Yeah.
And now her mother has sold property.
And retirement.
And liquid, yes.
How does she get her money?
Wow. I don't even know what to say about it.
Because, what happens if Jen does go to jail and stuff? Like, what's going to happen to her mom? She has no savings.
Yeah.
It makes me. It's a lot of stuff.
Terrifying.
A lot of stuff to gamble, but her mom believes in her 100%.
She does, and we do get confirmation. Jen's been telling us over and over and over again, I am this role in my family since I am the oldest living child.
Yeah, they had a word for it. The oldest female child.
But her mom confirms this here with us. So Jen just hasn't been blowing smoke. She really has felt that responsibility to take care of her family all this time since her dad passed away.
I know I need to be a better person all around.
All right, well, we will take a little bit of break because we're getting ready to start off with Meredith and Mary on their way to the Wild Rose Beauty event.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to talk about this juicy event.
Yes. All right, well, we will see you right after this quick break.
Be right back.
Bye.
You look like you could use a drink.
Hi, this is Jen Shaw from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and you're listening to the Real House Bears podcast.
And we're back.
We are back.
And ready to party.
Ready for the Wild Rose Beauty launch party?
Yay! I can't wait.
All right, babe. Turn up time.
Meredith and Mary are riding together. Mm-hmm. Mary wasn't even going to come, but she promised Meredith that she would.
Yes, because they're best friends now.
Right.
Why are we still friends with Mary?
Meredith needs to just change her name this season to Meredith because her outfits are missing the mark completely.
Oh, dang.
Oh, Meredith Marks. I think that's a boo-boo. I think we shouldn't do that, honey.
I see what you did there.
You like that?
I did. I like that.
Can we talk about this heinous purple outfit now?
I think there's just one outfit of hers that I really liked this season. I don't even remember what that was.
I mean, this is one of the ugliest, and then to have the feathers around the bottom too. Like, this is one of the ugliest things she's worn. This, to me, is the ugliest thing she's worn.
I can't wait. I don't know where I put my comment in about it, but I want to make sure I say it right, so I'm going to wait until I get to it. But yeah, it's not good.
Damn, girl.
And
It's
again,
not great.
I love it when she tries to take risks and tries to
But what's with the feathers on the ankles? Like, it looked horrible. It looked so bad.
The feathers on the top looked... I mean, the whole thing. It was...
It's just all one color. Like, it just...
I can't take... And then it was, molting by the end of the episode.
It really was. Like, you could... I'm surprised we didn't see any shots of, like, a lone feather on the ground.
Right, with an egg on it or something.
Oh, my
God. It's really one of the ugliest things I've ever seen.
You know what they say.
What?
Better late than ugly.
You should really tell us how you really feel.
Come on, Meredith. I'm like, bring it back to the mask over your face at the end of season 1, But I mean, and everything that she's worn this season has been a blazer, and like, come on, Meredith, give it to me.
Naked.
Lisa's having a hard time getting ready herself.
John is not. He's not panicked. He's not stressed. He doesn't even know what he's wearing, but he knows that Lisa will figure it all out.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Well, of course. But the invite instructions said for everyone in neutrals and blush tones.
Yes.
A lavender bird suit is not a neutral or a blush tone.
It's more of a bruise tone.
A gold sequin dress like what Mary's wearing.
No.
I guess you can say neutral in a way. I don't know.
I just think we're speaking different languages.
But Meredith chose the one-eyed, one-oared wild purple people eater outfit.
He is so nasty.
John asks if Meredith is going to be there, and then they catch up a little bit about the distance between Lisa and Meredith right now.
Lisa honestly feels that there is a disconnect after that pho dinner.
Yeah. I really like that she says we're speaking different languages. I use that
All
lot
the time,
too. Sometimes you're just like not really understanding. You're not reading between the lines.
Yeah. Or you're reading between the lines.
Right.
And you shouldn't.
One of the two.
One of the two.
One of the two. So we finally get to this Wild Rose party. There's a fun step and repeat montage.
There are meat sticks there.
I know you love meat in Utah.
Meat on a stick, people.
We know that's popular in SLC now.
I need that at more events. Where's my meat on the sticks? Where's my invites to events?
Well, I guess we need to get to this party. We get Angie Harrington back.
What's up?
Oh, that's tight. Yeah. That's tight, honey.
So Jenny brought back the shoes that Mary gave her.
Because it's not genuine.
I as soon as I saw that, I was like, yes, I can't wait for this scene to happen.
At this party.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Good job, Jenny. Good housewife. Good housewife thing to do.
Even Kim Richards waited to the reunion to return the bunny.
But did she really have an event that she could bring it to?
I mean, that was... It really was very Kim Richards and the bunny.
Oh, yeah.
Lily from Springdale, Arkansas wants to know what you did with the bunny Lisa Rinna gave for your grandson.
Oh, well, Lisa, hold on. I brought the bunny because I never gave it to my grandson because I didn't feel like it had good energy.
But I couldn't believe she's like, I'm going to bring these shoes back to the party.
I love it that Heather's like, maybe I should consider, like, bringing mine back, but nah.
She's making me question my own integrity. I mean, yeah, Mary's an asshole, but I'd probably shut my mouth and keep the shoes.
It doesn't mean that much. I'll shut up.
And plus, she got the expensive gift.
She got the
anyway.
most expensive gift.
So, Mary and Meredith and Lisa and everyone arrives. Oh, and our faithful listener, Kingdom to State.
Yes,
we got to see her on the screen for a minute. Seth is there, so he must have met Meredith there, coming from somewhere else.
Yes.
Mary can't find her coat check, and so apparently...
she's so upset about it.
That makes it one of the worst parties, one of the worst events in history.
That she's ever been to, for sure. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's not a
she
coat
has to,
check.
like, do something with her coat, her own coat.
God help me.
Like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. That's...
I wouldn't go to a party like that.
I would never show up
I
at a
would
party that does
never
not
go to
have
a
a
party.
coat check.
Yes.
Because I cannot hold on to my own coat. No,
And I
thank
would
you.
prefer a pants check too, in case I get hot. And sometimes after a few cocktails, I like to take off my pants.
It's disgusting. It's deplorable.
It's rude and it's selfish.
I don't know what kind of trashy parties these people are throwing.
It's disgusting. But I won't step foot in a house in one that doesn't have one, a step and repeat, and two, a coat check. Thank you very much. And pant check.
Pant
Got you.
slash
Yes.
pant check.
Slash pant check. Got
Yes. Right. And meat on a stick.
That is number one for me.
Jen shows up with blonde hair.
Yes, she does show up with blonde hair.
You better
They're
have
like,
blonde
show
hair.
up in neutral colors. She's like, I will show up my entire body in neutral colors.
It's really pretty. I wonder if it's a dye job or another wig.
Oh, it's another wig for sure.
I figured
it
it
looked
figured it
heavy.
was.
It
It
didn't look like
It
the
did.
best wig, but
Meredith,
yes, ma'am.
Meredith is like, have you all not figured this out now? Have you not figured this out?
I know she's so pissed that she's there, but you know what, Meredith? Maybe you should say, "Oh, is there a party going? Well, is Jen gonna be there?"
Or maybe you should say, "Oh, I'm cast on a show with Jen
Jen
Shaw.
Shaw.
I should probably expect that she's going to be invited to everything.
To
that
most everything,
and I should just go and do my job."
It's not cool.
I know. She is just so over it.
She's disengaged, girl. Disengaged.
You disengage yourself, girl, but dang.
Whitney's running a little bit late. She ripped her dress and she's getting sewn into it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not a woman. Like last week, recently on OC, poor old Emily, she was getting squeezed into her dress, practically suffocating her. I'm so glad that I'm not a woman.
Do you remember that one time when you were bending over into the car and your jeans ripped around?
Yes.
That was funny.
Yes, it was really funny.
I took a funny picture and it actually turned out pretty hot.
You know that bitch be hot, but you keep grabbing it.
Because you can see your jock through it and your bare butt.
Okay, anyway, speaking of,
At least
she
good thing it didn't happen in the front where you see that weekend D.
Can I touch?
No. Whitney and Justin arrive looking great. And Justin is just really, ultimately, he's proud of Whitney despite this financial burden.
Yeah, that's on the back burner.
At least for tonight.
For right now, yes.
So Seth calls Justin out on liking to go golfing with Whitney.
I just don't get
Now,
this.
one thing is, we already knew about this, but I don't remember if it was on an episode or if they told us that on our podcast.
I think I said that on our podcast.
But I think that's wonderful. I mean, we're the same way.
If my husband or wife or partner or whatever I have is interested in the hobbies that I like, then yes, I would love for them to come
Yeah.
join. There's a lot of hobbies that I have that you don't like that I'd be like, yes, do it.
Yeah, I mean, everything's more fun when you're around as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, me too. So I just don't get how everyone's like, oh my god, you guys play together. Ooh.
For the guys' night to be a guys' night, let's be guys.
Stupid.
It's okay. The husbands and wives are allowed to also be friends.
Straight guys are stupid.
Naked.
Whitney shows Lisa the product, and Lisa is so excited about touching it.
She's
and
like, can I
smelling
touch it? She's very tactile. She
Yeah,
needs
she
her
is.
fingers on it.
And then this is where Angie Harrington asks Dewey if he's a doctor, and he's like, I'm a doctor of love.
And she goes, really? She like totally believes
I mean, why else? Why wouldn't she?
I know, me too. And I hate it when people do that to me too, because I'm like, well, how else am I supposed to know?
Right? So right here, it feels like Whitney and Justin just got there. Whitney hasn't even done a toast yet.
I know. It's
And
like,
Jenny's like, can we all go to the back?
I love it how Jenny does this. She's like, I want all the ladies there, so there's no wiggle room for Mary.
Yeah.
And I was like, good job, girl.
So Jenny tells Mary that she was offended by the slanted eyes comment.
And Mary responds with, I love slanted eyes.
I love slanted eyes.
So here's my take.
Okay.
I still
defend you defending Mary last episode.
And listen, it's hard for me to defend myself defending Mary because she's not defensible normally. No. She's an atrocious racist. But I still believe that last week she wasn't saying slanted eyes in the way that she thought. That
she wasn't saying it in a derogatory meaning, but now that she has found out that it is a very
so now
nice
that Jenny's bringing it up, you got to understand, Mary doesn't even remember saying it.
She doesn't even remember.
Now,
yeah, she doesn't remember saying the Mexican comment.
So now, well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe not.
We'll get to that.
But so now Mary is not defending what she said. She's just defending herself.
Mm-hmm.
Mary, how do you get so strong?
So that's why this is going even worse, and why she's looking. I mean, she's making herself look worse and worse like a racist as the time goes by. But in this scene, Mary is not actually defending what she said because she doesn't even remember saying it.
Well, and plus she also knows she wasn't meaning it to be in a derogatory meaning, and she is now finding out that it is a derogatory meaning, and she does apologize.
Yeah,
for
the
it.
appropriate thing would be to immediately go, oh, you know what, Jenny? I don't even remember saying that, but I know for a fact that I was trying to give you compliments when I saw that picture.
Yeah.
So I offended you.
And now
I'm
I
sorry.
see. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I get it. Thanks for letting me, giving me that lesson, you know.
Yes, yeah.
That's the adult way to handle it. But Mary is just like, uh-oh, I'm being accused of something. Alert, alert, alert. It's time to defend myself no matter what it is.
It's quite on brand, really.
So, but Mary does actually apologize, and I think that's nice. But Mary asks Meredith if it's racist, and again, Meredith is not ready to dive in.
Yeah. Yeah, she just
because she can't defend her. She can't.
No, she won't. She's scared.
Well, and why would you defend Mary in this situation? Because Mary didn't immediately.
Well, I mean, she does kind of try to say something where it's like, oh, well, to some people that'll be offensive, and Jenny's like, no, bitch, it's not. It's very, very hurtful to the community. Not just me.
It's just bottom line inappropriate.
Yes.
Take some responsibility.
We don't even have to argue about racism right now if you don't want to. It's inappropriate no matter what.
I know. Anybody trying to stick their hand in this water is going to get it bit off.
Yeah, but Mary actually does apologize, which was kind of shocking to me.
Yeah, she doesn't really storm off or anything. She apologizes.
So now it's time to give the shoes back.
Because it's not genuine.
I love this because she's like, you did this to really hurt my feelings. All right, thank you. Now on to other things, these shoes that you gave me.
Jenny is going after Mary tonight. But it turns out that we didn't even know that Lisa told Jenny that Mary originally meant to give the shoes to Jen Shaw.
Yes, which means even worse because now Jenny's like, so for one, it was barely even a gift to begin with. Second of all, it was a gift to somebody else. And three, it was just something you bought a while ago and didn't want.
Right, yeah. So
and left the receipt in there. Do you think that was an accident? I think it was an accident, but at the same time, I want to be like, Mary's a bitch.
No, I think Mary, quote unquote, accidentally leaves receipts and things so people know how much money she spent on them.
Probably. That's
being a first lady. You lead by example.
She seems like that kind of gal.
It seems like that too.
So Whitney needs to get back to her party.
But I do love that Jen does look at the bitch. She goes, oh, well, they were originally for me. Well, I'll take.
Oh yeah, these are cute.
I'll take them. These are cute. I'll take them.
Yeah, these are cute.
Jen Shaw does not say no to red bottoms. I'm literally Cinderella, bitch. Slide those on, and they fit.
I'll take them. I ain't gonna pass on no red bottoms.
I can't buy myself any more shoes
that's
for a while.
Exactly what I was gonna say. Oh my gosh! But yeah, Whitney needs to get back to her event. She's been there for a total of 10 minutes, and now at that couch for 20 minutes.
But before she's like, I need to address though. Can we all agree just to quit saying racist things?
Yes, can we please stop doing these chiming in with
Could
these?
you imagine being around a group of people that you
You
actually
have
had
to say that,
something like
but
that?
it's only to one person. That's what's disgusting about this whole thing is it's just one person making these remarks and saying racist things. And then Lisa decides to now step up, finally, and bring up the term Mexican thugs,
Yes.
referring to Jen.
Yes.
Mary completely doesn't remember. She doesn't even think that would never come out of her mouth. That's not her vocabulary.
Well, and then
like,
later-
cue the tapes, girl.
Well, then later in her confessional, she's like, yeah, but this and this and this, it obviously has to be cartel.
She's like, yeah, I see cartel, this cartel. When was the last time you saw anything about the cartel on the news?
Oh, my God.
And second of all, that is just a cheap, that is such a cheap out on what she has to, confess to. She did say that. She did say that. It is recorded. It is on TV.
But then Meredith jumps in and goes, this is beyond prejudice.
Oh,
this is about
gosh.
just being respectful of everyone. Bring it back to we need to be respectful to Mary.
Yeah. But
Why?
this is where it's also weird because Meredith, she defends Jen.
Yeah.
Under the same breath. And it's which I did like how she said this, is that everyone's kind of attacking everybody here, but people really just need our friends, and Jen really needs a friend. I can't personally be that person for her because I hate the bitch's guts. But you guys need to be her friend.
I did. I thought that was nice too.
I thought it was nice too, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, here's Meredith on her high horse again.
Yeah.
I think maybe there's misunderstanding. I don't know.
That's funny. Well, Mary's had enough, and just like at the fall luncheon, she walks off, and just like at the fall luncheon, Meredith gets up and follows her.
Yep. Best friends. Here it is. Meredith's outfit looks like Big Bird caught pneumonia and is molting.
Well, I love that when they say birds of a feather flock together, they do the bird sound effect.
Yes,
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Birds of a feather flocked together.
Shady. But they're just not interested in arguing. And is it because they don't have a truth to stand on?
You're being defensive because you know you're wrong.
Is it,
Probably.
So, Lisa, we have a really hard, not friend moment between Lisa and Meredith. Lisa tries to approach Meredith, and Meredith is just like, Lisa, I'm tired of you always yelling.
Yeah, which
You always have a heightened tone towards me, and I'm done. Mm-hmm. And they just walk off from each other.
Yeah, and Lisa's like, I'm not going to follow you anymore. I'm done. I'm done too.
So, not much like friends there.
Yeah.
But now, since Lisa couldn't get to Meredith, she has to now go up and approach Mary.
I love it. And Mary doesn't want to talk to her either. But Lisa has to talk because her feelings are hurt, and that needs to be tended to immediately.
Yes, Lisa is so worked up. She's got to talk to somebody.
Now she needs to get somebody to say sorry to her for something.
Right.
She needs it.
And Whitney's up there trying to give a toast, and she's like, Lisa, Mary.
They can't even hear her. They are just over there talking and arguing.
They forgot they're at a party.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And Mary is like, you know what, Lisa, you are two-faced. There, I said it. I was like, ooh.
And it's also this confessional when Mary is like, braids, Homeland Security, FBI, it has to be cartel.
It has to be.
What else could it be if she's wearing braids?
That is just even more racist thing that she could say. There's more racism things, because she's relating braids to being ethnic.
Is that irony when the person of color on the show, this cast is very diverse ethnically in general, but, Mary's a person of color who seems to be the most racist one.
She is.
Would you consider that an irony?
I just find that cruel. And she hates people.
That's why I don't trust human beings. And that is facts. I don't trust human beings.
She does hate human beings.
She is just a piece of work. And thank God that thank Mary that Bravo found her, because I think now that she's being recorded 24/7, she can't go around saying things and then be like, oh, that never happened, and, you know, get out of it the way she always has, is by over talking and being bigger than everyone else.
I guess we'll see if that reunion is being filmed tomorrow, huh?
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't really feel like Lisa or Mary get to a real resolution here. Both of them just want to be heard.
And, you know, Mary's just not going to budge until the next day, and then she's going to forget about it all completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
all even an argument?
Yeah, it's just all insanity. Mary's insane. She is a blessing to this cast.
I mean,
my
this whole
goodness.
cast, yes. And you all are a blessing to us, especially those of you who are keeping Hunter from fussing at everyone this week.
Y'all, I don't have to, like, insult, threaten. Like, I have some threats built up.
Oh, no.
That the second that somebody doesn't leave a review on Google between an episode, y'all are going to get it.
On Apple Podcasts.
On Apple Podcasts. Yeah, y'all are going to get it.
She's a silent killer.
But these three people are going to be super famous in just a second. Hey. So on Apple Podcasts, I would like to thank It's Too Late for Me. Save Yourself.
Oh, that's a
good one. I like that. Thank you very much. And you know what? I think we need to play the audio clip of I Love That.
I love that.
And then we need to do yeah. Because they said that's their favorite one. They get it stuck in their head all the time. So I hope that gets stuck in their head now. I love it. And now, C. Tove Love. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And they say they want to hear more about our relationship.
We're blessed. We're glad.
Well, you know what? We
Well,
are pretty crazy about each other.
I am a practicing homosexual.
Oh, God. No,
I met him online.
Remember a week or two ago, and I was like, I'm sorry if y'all don't care to hear anything about our real lives.
About our relationships,
yeah.
So we'll have a full episode just talking about how we met and how much we love each other and how amazing it is to be married to a man like him.
Shut up.
Oh, God.
And y'all, we have one more. OMG IDEKC. Oh my God. Idicus. So it's just OMG IDEKC. Was raised a Mormon, but now is raised in a glass of champagne to the Real House Bears for having their favorite podcast.
Cheers.
Yes. We're going to cheer to that too. Clinky.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So thank you all so much for leaving a review. That is so awesome after the break to come back to not just one, but 3 new reviews. We really need these, and it's so awesome. And we're up to 59 reviews. We just need a couple more.
Hundreds and hundreds more.
Yes.
Upwards of hundreds of thousands.
As well as hundreds and hundreds more followers on our social media. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at The Real House Bears. On Twitter, we are Real House Bears, and you can email us at therealhousebears@gmail.com.
You can also find us on YouTube, and you can find us wherever you listen to podcasts all around the world. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a nice little review and a 5-star rating, because we really rely on that. And you can be just as famous as all these other people that have left reviews, because we will call you out on air to our millions and millions of fans.
Unless you don't want us to. Unless you can tell us that too. You can be like,
no, absolutely not.
I am in the witness protection program.
Well, maybe they shouldn't be leaving reviews with their names on it.
But maybe, they love us so much it's worth the risk.
Oh, okay. If you say you're in secret protection, like witness protection, I won't say anything. But other than that, I'm going to yell it to the mountains and to the heavens.
Oh, thank you all so much for listening. Have a great week.
Have a great new year. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Let's test that again.
Testing again. Test again.
Testing that thing.
That thing.
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. This week's the miseducation of Mary Cosby.
Okay.